people are the people everywhere. In every country, we all gonna feel the same things. I will have to go where the people say, and once I am able and healthy enough, I'll be there.
Yes.
Yeah, brother.
Okay. First of all, my apologies about last time.
It's okay.
Yeah. And thanks for giving me another chance. My name is Múna Indy from the Fred Uni T collective. Before my first question, so I would like you to introduce yourself so people who are going to listen to us.
Okay. Yes, hi, how you doing? My name is Alfonso Brooks of AFRIKIN and Rockers Movement, former tour manager and road manager for Vaughn of Midnight and the Beka.
Thank you. My first question is, since when do you know Vaughn Benjamin?
I met Vaughn in, that's a good question. I think it was 2005. Yeah, 2005. That's from me. Yes. Quite a while back.
I mean, 2005. The first album, the first Midnight album was in 90 something, 95, 90.
No, it was later than that. I believe it was 97. Yeah, I think it was 97. Don't quote me. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was then. Don't quote me on that. Forgive me. I'm not exactly sure when the first album was.
And 2005 is on the day.
Yeah, your phone is going in and out. I apologize, but the connection is going in and out. I can't hear you clearly. Forgive me.
And now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Okay. I was saying that 2005 is the date he wrote the poetry. I mean, the poetry book.
Correct. That's when he was working on the poetry book. Exactly. And that's when they were still on tour. Exactly.
How did you meet?
I met Vaughn them through Sister Kofunia. I had a club in New York. I had a club called Accreditations in New York. And Sister Kofunia brought them to New York to perform at my club. And I didn't know about them. I never heard of Midnight before that. And she kept telling me I have to book them. And I was like, okay, but I can only give an early spot. I can't give you a late spot. I was very much in a different world then. I used to promote a lot of dance hall and those type of music. So it was a different world altogether. And I remember that day so well because I remember coming back to the club and listening to the sound, asking the DJ if the band hasn't played yet. You know what I mean? He was like, I need to go upstairs. And I was like, what? And I went upstairs and the club was packed. It was full and the sound was so good. It was so mystical. There was such a mystical night. I stood there just vibing with the band. And I was like, wow. You know, it changed my life. It really did, and it changed my life for the better. I spent 2 years after that trying to get Preston to book a date for me to play my festival because I used to produce reggae carpets in New York as well, a big outdoor festival. And they wouldn't perform for the festival at first because I used to promote so much dancehall. And I ended up changing the format of the festival to roots so I could get to book Midnight. That's how impactful it was for me. And I shifted the whole direction of the festival to more roots instead of dancehall. And then I finally got to book Vaughn for the festival, Midnight actually. Midnight for the festival. And I worked with him since then. You know, I did him in New York, I did him in Miami, I did him in Denver, Fort Lauderdale. And then I ended up touring with them for years. We toured everywhere, you know. So I had a great relationship, you know. Taught me so much, Vaughn is. You know, really, really, really deep memories, you know. Really profound, deep memories with that brother.
Do you still booking for Vaughn?
No, we don't have the club anymore. The club is now closed. You know, we moved on. Life has changed. You know, we and Vaughn, we still used to perform. I mean, the last gig we had was in Miami, the Miami Reggae Festival. We did the Miami Reggae Festival last year, March, and that's the last time we worked together. And then he was supposed to be a part of AFRIKIN in December, and he passed right before that, and that's why we did a tribute for him. You know, he was supposed to partake in AFRIKIN. He was supposed to be one of the panelists. You know.
Okay.
It's quite a bit of information that's changed since.
So now you call Vaughn Benjamin master teacher.
Yes, that's what he is.
Can you say something about that?
Oh, well, I call him, a lot of people, because I call him the archangel and the master teacher because of the deep level of wisdom that he has. Vaughn is always open and willing to teach. For the years in touring with Vaughn and the band, you know, whenever we got off stage, there would still be a class in session after the show where he would sit and converse with people for hours on end. Just teaching the word and teaching about love and having love for your fellow brother and love for your fellow sister, and understand that love is the mainstay. If there's anything you would remember about Vaughn, it's that love was the key ingredient in everything that he did. You know, he healed Rastafari, he healed, you know, Selassie and everything. All of those teachings, he stands firm in it. But at the core of his being, love was that. Didn't matter the argument. The argument could have been about anything. But takeaway was always about love. Love was the key ingredient. Love was the message. If you left with anything after spending time with him, it was that this brother's full of love. That love is the reason God sent him here. You know what I mean? To give us a deeper understanding and appreciation for love, African culture, for solidarity, for coming together, unity. These are the things that he was. He gave us such a higher understanding of things that we knew nothing of and broke it down in layman term and word sound for us. Those are the memories that I hold on of him. You know, whenever I turn on a record, you know, and hold on to the memories of our time together, that's what it is. Like the teachings that were there. It's like he's like if you look at the old karate movies, you know, he was the old master teacher, teaching the ignorant student. The students always think they know a lot until they get in front of the teacher.
Okay, yes.
You know, that's so, hence calling him the master teacher. You always left with more information and more wisdom once you got into his presence than when you came. He always filled your cup with knowledge.
So tell me, now that it's past, can you recommend his teachings to young people that don't know him?
I firmly believe that he's forever with us because he left us so much music, and his spirit will forever be with us because he lives on in the song. Yeah. So I believe that. I'm a firm believer in that. That, you know, spirit never dies. Spirit is always rebirthed.
Yeah, I know. Even we in Africa, they say, I mean, the people who die, they never die. They are not. They stay with us. They are
absolutely.
They say in the river, in everything around us.
Absolutely, all around us. Exactly. They're just resting. Yeah, they're just resting for the time and resting here with us. This I believe. I believe in that teaching as well. They ain't going anywhere.
Do you know? Tomorrow is the day he was born?
Yep.
Okay. So you know. So are you going to do something special or?
No, I wouldn't say special, you know what I mean? Because every day, I listen to Akae, Beka or Midnight Vaughn like all the time. It's the music I have, and when I play, because I DJ sometimes as well, I will DJ, and there's always his music in my set. I don't do a set without his music, you know. I live for that, you know. Before working with him, I try to explain to people, I was a fan way before working. You know, I was first a fan, and I'm still a fan. So, you know, people try to come for different reasons. I come for the lesson. I come for the teaching. That is my position. I am forever a fan of the word sound power of Vaughn.
Good. And something about Kote Kud. the poet's book?
I mean, I know of it, you know what I mean? I know of me, you know, I've read it before, and I know of it. There's so much for interpretation within the book. Vaughn is such a linguist, you know, etymology and the word is so important to him. And understanding the word for what it stands and what it is, I do believe that he left that gift with us there for much interpretation. I think we will spend the rest of our lives working to decipher its true meanings in the verses that he read in there. You know, he was a deep reader, he was a firm reader of the word. You would often find him with his Bible. And I think, like his poetry, I resonate in the similarity of when you think about him. I think that was his contribution. Apart from the music, I think his writings were a great aspect of his contributions as well.
And what about the book of Enoch? The book?
Yes, the book of Enoch, correct. Yeah, you know, he had gotten ill. I believe it was 2014 or 2015. I don't remember the exact year. And he had gotten ill and on tour. And after that, he, you know, I'm sure he got an intervention. He got a spiritual recognition because after that, we had a show book in Denver where we celebrated Nelson Mandela Day. He told me, Denicio, you know, the band, we shifted the name and it's called Beka. And he said, I asked him that, what you got? He told me from the book of Enoch, which he expressed to me that he lent to me actually in one of our previous conversations at his house. And I don't want to paraphrase the paragraph because I would not say it accurately, but people can look it up. But it spoke of the sound like a trumpet. Yes. And that was when we think of his voice and what it is and the attention it grabs. It is that, you know what I mean? The words that he gave to us, it was like the trumpet of Archangel Michael. You know what I mean? Yes. The sound of the cascabel, as he would say. You understand? And this told him through his spiritual, you know, intervention that this is the sound and the name moving forward. And I gathered that is, you know, knowing him and the deep level of spirituality that he possessed, that he would follow that. He would follow divine intervention. If spirit comes to you and tells him something, he's the person that will go with it, as would I. I'm a deep spiritual person as well. If spirit talks to me, I go because, you know, just say my sheep hear my voice. So it would be wrong not to hear and not to listen to the voice when the voice speaks to you. And the voice told him, you know, henceforth you shall be known as Beka. And, you know, that's what he was.
Okay. Have you traveled to Africa with him?
No, I did not do the African tour. I was on another tour elsewhere. I did not do the African tour. Tippy did the African tour with him.
Okay, and what about yourself? Have you been to Africa?
Oh, I've been to Africa many times. I just wasn't on the tour with Vaughn. I've been to Africa many times.
Okay, good. In Ethiopia or?
I haven't been to Ethiopia. I've been to Nigeria. I've been to Ghana, Kenya, Mozambique, Uganda, somewhere else. I'm trying to think. Not sure. I think that's it. Forgive me. I think that's it. Yeah. My brain is a little slow today. Forgive me for that.
Oh, you've been to Nigeria. Nigeria is my place. Kaduna State. That's where I used to live before I moved to Europe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been to Nigeria a few times. I've been to Lagos, Abuja, and Victoria Island. Yeah, I spent a lot of great times. I spent a lot of time in Nigeria with Heineken. Heineken brought me to Nigeria a few times for a few different festivals and to hang out and vacation. I love Nigeria.
Okay, good. It's a
lot of stuff in Nigeria. Nigeria is like New York.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes people used to say, if you can live in Lagos, then
you can live anywhere. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. You know, I had a lot of fun times in Nigeria.
Okay, so thank you again.
I appreciate the call, my friend, and anytime, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always going to speak about Vaughn. You know, he's always been, you know, an impactful figure in my life.
Okay.
So it's always a joy to speak about, you know, our master teacher.
I can understand, you know,
I pray you enjoy the journey, and I give thanks. There's a lot of words found there for you to embrace. I expect you will only be a bigger fan after listening to all of this.
Okay. So, thank you. Bye.
Bye, my friend, for guidance and protection.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.